I actually moved here for my kids, right? I moved from
Oh, yeah?
South Carolina to here back in October of last year. A little bit for my kids, but a little bit to find a quieter place, which Berryville is where I live, and it's super quiet over here. Absolutely love it. So quiet. Except it
Berryville,
smells like,
Arkansas?
yeah, Berryville, Arkansas. Yeah.
Right down the
Smells
road.
like fried chicken down here all the time. If you've ever been through here, it smells like fried chicken. That's one thing I had to get used to is like I'm used to South Carolina, it smells like pine trees. Here it smells like fried chicken.
Really?
It's because of the
Is
Tyson
it
plant.
the Tyson plant's happening there and everything, huh?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
And do you still like fried chicken? Let's be honest.
You know what? My air fryer's getting worn out. Every time I smell
Uh-huh.
it, when the wind comes my way from the plant, the air fryer gets cooking. I haven't gotten
I
away from
love
it.
it.
I'm sure that eventually I'm gonna get tired of fried chicken. I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe. But for now, it's still working.
awesome. Well, the show is, happening is it Friday night?
Yeah, next Friday, May 8th,
Yeah.
it's gonna be over at the Ato Center.
Mhm.
Tickets are still on sale. There's a couple few. It's myself, the real Slim Sherry, Mr. Professor Nick Harrison, and Kelly Mono. The four of us, a gaggle of misfits put together to
That's
create this
awesome.
thing called the Gen X Takeover, which is wild.
And you recently did a cruise, am I correct?
We did one back in 2025, yeah, and we're now selling our 2027 cruise,
Set
which is
ah,
a little
very
bit different than
exciting.
the 2025 cruise because the 2025 cruise, we were just a group on a bigger boat. This year, it is our boat. So we have chartered with Margaritaville out of Tampa, March 4th through the 9th of 2027. And it is going to be a Gen X takeover boat. So if you're a Gen Xer and you want to be part of something awesome, it's going to be 5 days at sea with us going down to Cozumel, Mexico, Progreso, Mexico. We've got all kinds of entertainment lined up. We're working on different bands to be on the boat with us. It's going
Mm,
to be wild. The last one was
well,
insane. I can't even imagine what this is going to be like when we have the whole boat.
talk about making it from going from creating videos for your future grandchildren to now having a your own cruise. I mean, that's
I
gotta
know.
be what a
My
shift. It's
storyline
incredible.
is that this is the dumbest thing I've ever been a part of in my life. It's so wild that you can sit there with your phone.
Mhm.
First of all, make money off of talking to your phone in a voice that's not yours. Second of all, to turning it into an entire business and a tour and chartered cruises is in my Gen X mind, it's just mind blowing that that's even a thing.
Yeah, same. Like I was raised in the heavy excavating world, right? So you had to be producing something. Like
Right. You had to be working.
I worked, yeah, you had to construct something. I worked on the oil rigs in Alaska, like all these the fire service. And now I get to meet really cool people, talk, flap my gums, and it's been great. Not at your level, but maybe someday I'll get there.
You'll get there, but I mean, it's the same story, right? I was working in manufacturing after I got out of the military. I worked in automotive manufacturing and then aerospace manufacturing. So I was making something. There was something to prove that I did something at the end of the day. And
Mhm.
now it's turned into this virtual asset that we're creating that people across the world are all enjoying.
Yeah.
And then we get to go and do it live in front of them, places like
Tell me
Nick's Hut and wild.
tell me about that feeling though when you get on stage. Do you get the rush? Do you get the butterflies still? Is it
I was
adrenaline
when
jump?
I mean, we've only been doing this tour since 2025. So we started in September of 2025. We were all going to Nashville to just hang out with each other. We
Mm,
had no plans to do comedy at that time. In fact, none of us had ever done comedy in our lives. But our wives got involved and they asked us and they said, "Who's paying for this trip?" And we're like, "Well, we are." And they're like, "No, you're not. We are going to put you on a comedy stage and you're going to make money so that we don't have to pay for the trip." And that's what we did. We had never done comedy before in our lives. Three of us, one of us has done comedy, but three of us have never done comedy in our lives. And so we rented out a comedy theater in Nashville. We sold out two shows. This is only 100-seater, and
still.
it went great. And of course, I thought I was going to throw up. This is my first time going on stage. I thought I was going to throw up. I was like, "Oh God, I'm going to die. I'm going to step on my words," and I did. It was a horrible set. The people loved it because they were all there to see us, right?
Mm,
But it was a horrible set, and I'll never do that set again. And from that moment, we then said, okay, let's do it again because that worked. So we did it again. We went to Cleveland. We did the same thing, sold out a dueling piano bar. And then we're like, well, I guess we might have a thing. So then we go to Atlanta. And when we did the show in Atlanta, that's when things changed because that's when we met our tour manager, Ruben, who has basically taken this from a comedy theater show to a true venue show. Like
Yeah.
we've played in Vegas, we're playing casinos, we're all over the place. We've got the Atos and Nixa that's almost sold out, and it's just growing and growing to where we're in 3,000 seat auditoriums now doing this
Mm,
performance, which is not just comedy. It's not just comedy. It's
right.
more it's comedy but variety show. I don't want to give it away for the people that have already bought tickets, but you're going to get a lot more than you expected. It's an experience. It is really a Gen X bonding experience through, going through the traumas of comedy and the realities of where we're going later in life, and
Yeah.
where we're at and the things that matter, and some music and some skits and things that we do. It's a blast, and you're going to leave
Yeah.
there with a full heart of Gen X happiness. Is basically what I equate it to.
I like that Gen X happiness. That's awesome.
That's right.
Yeah, it's that's really incredible, and it's also inspirational too for people like us of our generation, that life isn't over when you retire or quit at, because I don't know if you remember, like in our high school years, somebody who was 30 was 1 foot in the grave. Yes.
They're almost done, and now we're like,
Yeah,
well, let's just
yeah,
find out what's behind door number 2 now.
right, right. It's like nobody lives till 50 except those old widows down the street. And
Yeah.
now here, and I think we're probably close to the same age. Like I said, I'm 51, and realizing, man, there's still more chapters. It's going to be great.
There's so many more chapters. I'm going to be opening a chapter before I jump in the grave. I swear. It's just going to be like, dude, oh, whoa. And then that's going to happen because that's just
Right?
the way that we live now, right? We don't live in a
Yeah.
world where we look like, the ladies from Golden Girls at 45. We don't do that anymore.
I'm older than the guy who played Archie Bunker.
Exactly. Exactly. And you're
And
thriving. And that's the point. That's the dynamics that's changed. And I really think that our generation broke that mold and said, no, just because I got old doesn't mean that I'm
right.
dead. Right. It
Yeah.
means that I'm
And I
alive
mean,
now.
yeah. And with a chance to live, right? I always joke that I say I've fulfilled my biological imperative, my sons. I've,
Exactly.
retired from a career. My parents are still, it's interesting because no matter how old we get to, and I'm not, my father's passed, but my stepdad and my mom are still in my life, and they still treat me, I still feel like I'm 15 when they're like, "Well, how's this little radio thing going for you?" It's like, "I don't know, I'll get a job someday," you know? But it's been fun. So, it's a mindset. So
It's
I
been a
love that
blast.
you're representing this on stage for everybody.
I appreciate the honor of being able to do that. And
Yeah, yeah.
we're not going to stop until one of the wheels falls off. So we're having a blast. We'll see how
Absolutely.
long this goes, and we're going to take all the opportunities that come with it, and who knows? Who
Very
knows what's next?
So how can people find you
You can go to the
in this case?
genxtakeover.com. That's the easiest place to find all the things Gen X takeover. Or if you want to find me specifically, go to the dadbodveteran.com and you'll find all my socials there. You'll also find links back to the ticketing for the Gen X takeover, on my merch store. Everything that you want to know about me is there. Wide open book for you.
In a nice large font for those of us that need it.
Very big font.
And that's my one holdout. I refuse to increase the font on my phone. I'm like, no,
Oh, you
no.
know what? I have probably 35 pairs of reading glasses spread throughout the house for that exact reason.
Right.
I refuse to stretch the font.
I don't, and I'm sitting there going, I'm fine. I'm fine. So,
Yeah, I'm
well,
fine
thank
with
you
it.
very
I'm
much
right.
for your time. I look forward to, hopefully I will be able to be out there at the Ado Center. It'd be wonderful to meet up in person. And
Yeah,
yeah, I thank you
I
very much for
appreciate it.
taking some time with me today.
Yeah, and hopefully, and I hope you're there, and I hope that everybody else is there, and it's going to be a
Yeah.
blast.
All right. Well, thank you. And make sure you check him out playing at the Ado Center on May 8th. Look up online. I think there may be some tickets still, but it's very close, if not already sold out.
That's right.
Take care, sir.
Yes, sir.